Everyone, please go to fireaidla.org and give what you can. All of the money raised will go directly to people who need it now and towards long-term efforts to build the communities back.
That's how FireAid sold itself to millions of viewers, a benefit concert for wildfire victims. Today, many have doubts.
I think they'd be very disappointed.
David Howard lost 2 homes in the Palisades.
I have not seen any benefit from the FireAid money, nor have, and I'm very involved, nor my friends and neighbors.
Go to the website and give what you can. All the money that's raised will go directly to people who need help in the short term and for the long term effort to get this city back on its feet.
FireAid's website says the concert raised $100 million for direct relief. Yet it told Fox LA, FireAid does not have the capability to make direct payments to individuals, and that was never the plan. We partnered directly with trusted local nonprofits to reach communities in need.
Did you think that you would actually get direct money?
I did, as with, I'm sure, most Altadenians. The FireAid was for us, so we figured, where's the money? Where's it going?
So far, 75 of the $100 million went to 188 nonprofits, getting grants up to $500,000 each. Some are established, others are obscure. The Armory Center offers financial assistance to the arts community, but didn't respond when we asked how many artists it helped. Nor did the Sweet Relief Musicians Fund tell us how many musicians it assisted. The Instituto de Educación Popular del Sur de California also got FireAid to create a more humane and democratic society by responding to the needs and problems of disenfranchised people. They declined to say how much they received or how it was spent, nor did Visión y Compromiso. It claims to reduce barriers to health education by using natural helpers to cultivate egalitarian relationships based on trust and respect. At least $6.5 million in donor money also went to LA County government programs.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey. Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. When you try to kill our we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
You know, yeah, I tell you, it feels like every single day. It's always some on these Democrats, man. Some of the worst. And here it is again. Gavin Newsom. You know, it's always some with these Democrats, and especially in California, at that dumpster fire, and they running everybody out. Some of the biggest frauds, the biggest corruption, the biggest scandals, you know, the biggest scams. You know, as they all come out and say Trump this, Trump so bad, Trump did this, Trump did that, Trump unconstitutional. You know, Trump. We back with some more career-ending news for Gavin Newsom, getting exposed once again. You know, so let's go and jump into this, family. I hope everybody's having an amazing weekend. You know, you had an amazing week, have an amazing month of July, and we're gonna start another new month. I told you, time is going by fast. You know, we're gonna be soon 7 months into Trump's second term, and we're letting everything play out, man. And we are holding everybody accountable. But it says Donald Trump just ended Gavin Newsom's career, exposing 100 million missing from fire victims. You know, we need a full investigation immediately. And there's a lot of investigations that need to take place, especially with these Democrats. A lot of investigation. I told y'all about these money pits, these scams, all this money law, all this crap, man. You know, then they come out and say, "Oh, do this, do that." It never plays out for what it's actually supposed to be. It never does. You know, it never does, man. People have their hands in the cookie jar. You know, people are enriching themselves. People are laughing to the bank. You know, President Trump says FireAid is a total disaster. Looks like another Democrat-inspired scam. $100 million is missing. You know, and it is. You know, just look all over the place. Look what's going on in Minnesota. Look what's going on. It's just crazy, man. There's a lot of people that need to be investigated. You know, the same ones that come out saying Trump, 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 Trump. But $100 million is missing. Was supposed to go to the Los Angeles fire victims. Fire that, with proper management, would have never even happened. Governor Newsom refused to release billions of gallons of water from the Northern California and the Pacific Northwest. What a difference it would have made. I have since overruled him, and it's now released. All federal housing permits have also been approved. The city is years late. Get the fire victims their approvals to rebuild and do it now. You know, you just can't make this up, man. You know, you just can't make it up. You know, and I love how people responded and calling this crap out, man. And I got, what was his name? Was it, I think, Spencer Pratt? Spencer? These people are exposing this scum, man. Okay, here it is. Right. Spencer Pratt versus Gavin Newsom. Fire aid concert raised $100 million. It was distributed to NGOs. One of them was Gavin Newsom's wife. Gavin Newsom's wife was one of them. And the money given to her is now gone. Looks like Newsom stole it. And Spencer Pratt figured it out. Just check this out.
I have unfortunately gone down this Spencer Pratt and Gavin Newsom rabbit hole. And I'm thoroughly entertained. For one, I think it's about time we give Spencer Pratt his flowers. The guy is a beauty. He's hilarious. I personally get a kick out of him, probably more than other people, because I have a very similar sense of humor to him. If you've seen some of my videos, I do like to post some rage bait stuff because I thoroughly enjoy seeing the reaction from people and how ballistic they go for just like things that they see on TikTok. It's just, to me, it's hilarious. But anyways, I digress. So, situation with Spencer Pratt and Gavin Newsom. Basically, there was a concert at some point after the tragic LA wildfires. About $100 million was raised. And a lot of people who unfortunately did lose their homes during that event kind of sounded the alarm on this, that said, hey, we haven't seen a dime of this $100 million. Where did it go? Well, turns out the money was distributed to several different nonprofit organizations, and one of them happened to be owned and ran by yours truly, Gavin Newsom's wife. Well, an internet sleuth and Spencer Pratt kind of brought this to light. Gavin Newsom's camp is 100% denying it, but Spencer Pratt has receipts. And let me tell you, it does not look good for Gavin Newsom. I don't know if anybody knows exactly how much money he stole, but all indications are that he did steal and basically launder millions and millions of dollars that was there to help out victims of a national disaster.
Watching Spencer Pratt take down Gavin Newsom is the best thing on the internet right now. Gavin Newsom threw a charity event where all these celebrities came and played a concert and raised $100 million for the fire victims of LA. Problem is, none of those fire victims has seen any of the money. So, C-list celebrity Spencer Pratt went digging to find out why. Spencer and Heidi Pratt's home burned down in the fires, and they have had all kinds of trouble trying to get permits to rebuild their home. Meanwhile, old Gavin Newsom's out here doing a land grab to build his low-income homes. So when Spencer started his digging to see exactly where this $100 million has gone, he discovered that $50 million of it had basically gone into Gavin Newsom's pocket. So now that Spencer has brought so much attention to it, an investigative journalist from Circle the News has gotten involved, and she has done her own digging on where this money has gone. She has discovered that instead of the money going directly to victims, that the money is going to several nonprofits. Some of these nonprofits are actually using the money to help victims and going to their nonprofits to provide things for victims, but many of those have zero ties to victims whatsoever. One of the nonprofits that received the largest financial grant is called Cal Volunteers. Guess who is the chair of that nonprofit? None other than Gavin Newsom's wife. So y'all go follow along, because this is so interesting that the Attorney General is getting involved to find out exactly what old Newsom is doing with the money for these victims. And anybody that exposes Gavin Newsom has my full support. Mind you, this is all alleged. I do not need some dirty Democrat coming after me.
Oh, we got the proof right here. Go to the fireaid.org site. Go to where you search grants, search round 2. Scroll down right here. Oh, we're scrolling. Boom, Cal Volunteers right there. Newsom's little nonprofit. Click in at the Cal Volunteers page. Who are they? About Cal Volunteers. None of them look like fire victims. They got nice clothes. Their clothes didn't burn down. Yeah, we could have skipped that check. They didn't need any fire aid money over here. Oh, we got Newsom and his wife called up the fire aid scam, $100 million money laundering. They said, delete it off the website because Spencer posted a screen recording of us on TikTok. So go delete it. They can't know that we took fire victim money for our little made up nonprofit. Go check it out yourself. This person's right. They removed it from the website since yesterday.
So Gavin Newsom and his wife actually created an organization just to steal some of the fire aid money. Like, how this man is still governor of California and not behind bars is fucking mind-blowing. So I'm sure most of you have heard about the fire aid controversy, you know, where they had this concert to raise $100 million for the victims of the Palisade fires. And people started asking, hey, where the fuck did all that money go? Because there's not a single person who was a victim of the Palisade fires who's seen a cent of it. And through some investigative journalism, what we found is that they distributed the money in 2 rounds. Now, the first round just went to just a fuckload of NGOs. Like, some of them have nothing whatsoever to do with fire recovery, but they handed out $50 million apparently to all these corporations, and nobody did a fucking thing. But then when we got to round 2, this shit got even murkier. Because when you actually look at the names of who was given money under round 2, you saw this little organization called Cal Volunteers. Now, that organization is no longer listed as a recipient on the website. Funny how once the story broke, they took their name off the website. I mean, that doesn't look guilty at all. But Cal Volunteers is an organization that was recently created by Gavin Newsom and his wife. And they have never done fucking anything before this. This organization was created strictly for the purpose of getting fire aid money. And they've not said what they plan to do with the money they got. They haven't even said how much of the money they received. No, all they did when people noticed that fucking Gavin Newsom's organization was getting money was take down their name and their organization from the website where the fire aid money went. So, like, not only did these fires happen because Gavin Newsom is a shit governor and doesn't know how to manage shit, not only was the response to these fires complete and total dog shit because Gavin Newsom's a horrible governor, but after his failures, he then created an organization just to siphon off money that they raised to take care of the people that he was supposed to take care of. This dude is a top tier fucking criminal.
This is Gavin Newsom's California.
Can anyone tell us what the fuck is going on in California? Our housing electricity costs double the national average. Our gas utility rates are 50% above the national average. We are a top 8 oil producing state, yet have the highest gas prices in the country. We are 11% of the population of the United States, yet have 24% of the homeless. Proposition 1, passed in 2014, was passed so we'd build more reservoirs. Over 10 years later, not a single reservoir has been complete. It takes an average of 4.7 years to get through environmental review to do prescribed burns to prevent wildfires. Our government runs on mainframes from the 1980s. We have the highest small business renewal fees in the country. We recently spent $24 billion on the homelessness problem. Our leaders cannot tell us how that money was spent. In 2021, our population went down for the first time in our history. From 2019 to 2024, our budget grew 60%. Do you feel 60% better off? A French train company working on our failing high-speed rail project recently left for North Africa because their politics are, and I quote, less politically dysfunctional than ours. Texas, yeah, that Texas, recently blew past California in utility-scale solar power production. We can't even build the things we claim to care about. Now, we need a dick in the room who's going to ask the tough questions in Sacramento. It's a place I'm told exists, but no one's ever been. Our options for politicians these days are boomers bumbling along or young, charismatic commies who hate America. A new era of common sense leadership is needed, or our state and our country is cooked. I'm Dick Lucas, and I'm running for State Assembly of California in our 51st District. I'm a business owner, a job creator, and the only politician who's hiked the entire state. I'm a sixth-generation Californian. My great-great-great-grandfather came here on a covered wagon train. His son had one of the first cars in Los Angeles. Now I ain't leaving. My wife is due in November, and we're going to raise a California girl. We're going to stay. We're going to fight. California should flourish. The top 100% of her citizens along with her. My plan? It's simple. Beat Texas, beat New York, beat Florida, beat China at everything. Here's how. We're going to massively lower the cost of housing by building like we've never built before. We're going to overhaul the permitting process to make it lightning fast and legalize more types of housing. We're going to supercharge our economy with lower taxes and a pro-tech, pro-energy, pro-building agenda. We're going to have the fastest permitting process in the country. This is going to bring more jobs, this is going to bring better jobs. Next, we're going to bring total transparency to our homelessness industrial complex. We're going to double down on what works and delete what doesn't. We're going to extinguish wildfires, control burns, clear brush, fix reservoirs, build reservoirs, deploy cloud seeding technology, deploy desalination to make sure our reservoirs are full, and we're going to modernize our firefighting equipment. Finally, we're going to build new cities. This is going to increase the opportunity for millions of current Californians and millions of new ones. Californians live their lives and build their businesses with an arm tied behind their back. Imagine what we could do with two. I'm Dick Lucas. Nice to meet you, California.